Hi, hi there. It's Patrick Obin, a level 3 rope access technician and also a training instructor. My number 134238. You can check it out and confirm. Let us think about these two guys. Yeah, two of them are either they're at the trainer member company, they are done with their training section 4 days, and now it's a day for assessment. Either they went for a revalidation or an upgrade, either of the two, but that's not the major or key point here. And now both of them are in now for the assessment. On the day of the assessment, now technician A went down for the first tax that the assessor gave to him from the syllabus. Now he went, they are both level 3s, okay? He went and tried his tax, okay? Either level 3 is level 2, but I think they're both level 3s now. He went without a hand glove. All right, he went without the hand glove, and then the assessor, got a hold of him and said, why are you going without the hand glove? Should you be doing the tax without the hand glove? And he looks at his hand and is like, I'm sorry, sir. And then the trainer gives him the hand glove. Now the trainer is not supposed to be there to be training much that day and talking much. Neither is the assessor to be training that day. It's actually in the TACS document. I cannot start going to that section. We don't have much time. Whenever we are doing or dealing with that section, we can go there. But then altogether, assessor spots him trying to work without a complete PPE, and then he gets to correct himself. Now this other guy, technician B, gets on the rope with his hand gloves here. But then at some point in time, okay, the trainer spots it and the assessor also spots it. He got to be on one point, okay, at a point in time. Yeah, he was using his descender to ascend, right? And then at the time he had his ASAP on the safety line, so he was hooked to the working line and also to the safety line. But at some time, I think he was trying to, make a rope to rope transfer, and then he got his ASAP off. All right, his ASAP was off, and then he just had only his ID on him. He has not yet done any transfer. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know why he got his ASAP off first. I really cannot tell what he was planning to do. And then the assessor was really, 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 really shocked. And so the assessor went to, there are these boxes you have in the technician assessment form. And so there is this place where the assessor ticks. Okay, now the assessor ticked a field there, a major discrepancy. Now for that guy that wasn't with the hand glove that was corrected, yeah, that's a technician A. Technician B also had the guy being scolded by the assessor, right? So he also thought, hey, this guy has just made a mess. He's made a mess of himself, because the the assessor also went, when he corrected that guy without the hand glove, he went and picked up the technician assessment form and made some notes. All right, and then we will find out what the assessor wrote. Okay, so now here it is. Okay, this is section 9.3 of the TACS, the Training Assessment and Certification Scheme. All right, now this is what it is. Okay, the assessor, first of all, on the day of assessment, this is what he does. He first of all explains the marking system. That is what 9.3 is about. Actually, let me give you the exact name so I don't just it's called Assessment Criteria and Marking System. So right now, on that particular day, on the day of your assessment, the assessor comes out and he explains the marking system. That if he does explain it well, but here TACS expects and states that the assessor will explain the marking system. All right, so now some technicians do not know this, and I also at some point in time I never knew this till I got into the training instructor practice. Okay, there are just three marking systems or records. So you have the pass, you have the DIS, and then you have fail. All right, so DIS is a discrepancy, that's a minor discrepancy. The fail is a major discrepancy, and the pass, good one. All right, so I want us to also know that apart from having a major discrepancy and then it comes to a fail, a poor performance entirely, yeah, it may not have been major discrepancies and all, but the performance was just so poor, that is also going to lead to a fail according to the document here. But now, talking about technician A, technician B. Technician A was without a hand groove. Now, that was a minor discrepancy, okay? A minor discrepancy just means that you have reduced the safety, okay, of yourself and others around. You've just reduced the safety. Okay, now, yeah, you've gotten on the rope, okay, you have the 2 points of contact attached to the safety line, attached to the working line, but you weren't just with your hand gloves and you were about scaling up already before the assessor called you back. Without your complete PPE, it's a reduced safety process. Of course, your hands can get caught or something else, so that's a reduced safety process. That is a minor discrepancy. And so, yeah, the technician B actually saw the assessor pick up a note, and technician B said, this guy has made a mistake. All right, so yeah, technician A corrected himself, he got the hand glove. Now technician B went on 1 point of contact just with the ID, no backup. That is a major discrepancy. You've just caused a mess of yourself. All right, a major discrepancy is, this is not about reduced potential. This is a complete, it's already a complete, okay, a complete risk and failure. You have just made a mess of everything. It's not about a reduced safety process. It's a zero safety method you have just gotten yourself to, those around you, because you're just about to drop. Okay, any little opening of the ID, of course your backup is no longer there, the ASAP is no longer there, a single opening of the ID, and then you do not have a proper control anymore of the lock and open, and whew, I don't want to see that. But that's a major discrepancy. Now, you also saw the assessor picked and also marked. All right, but at the end of the day, this guy, the technician B, actually gets a fail, and then the technician A gets a pass. Technician B feels so bad. Now, this is what happens. First of all, I want us to know this. Once you make minor discrepancies 3 times, it's a major discrepancy. 3 minor discrepancies, it's a major discrepancy. Okay, so perhaps you decide not to be with hand gloves 3 times, then you've gotten to major discrepancy, and so that's a fail. But a minor discrepancy 1, minor discrepancy 2, those are just the only 2 minor discrepancies. You still have a pass if you get every other thing right. So we need to be careful on the days of assessment. You see, if these 2 guys were careful, actually, there were other technicians on the day of that assessment and no one had an issue. But the technician A was just, perhaps he was lucky, I would say, to have had just that minor discrepancy, and he was careful not to make the mistake anymore, because if he had made 2 more, it becomes 3, and that's a major discrepancy, a fail. All right, but this other guy went straight up to a major discrepancy without the ASAP on his rope and just the ID. That was a major discrepancy. That's how it works. So I want us to be careful on the day of assessment. Now, aside this, when the assessor also looks out and then sees a technician that isn't so much should I say confident or comfortable with his tax, the assessor leaves every other person and is watching. This guy is not really confident, he's not comfortable. At a time, the assessor can stop you, it's right here in 9.3, and question you, begins to ask questions, and then the assessor can then watch just you. After asking questions, now his eyes turn on you, and then you may make some mistakes, so you have to be calm. Take it easy, and you get it right. All right, yeah. So that's it. My name again, Patrick Obinna. My number 134238, a level 3 rope access technician and a training instructor. Thank you.